The commentator was Raymond Baxter and television presentation was by David Pickthall. You can see highlights of this morning's event at 5:05 tomorrow on BBC1, including special aerial sequences giving a pilot's eye view of the occasion. And earlier tomorrow we join the congregation at Westminster Abbey for a 50th anniversary service commemorating the Battle of Britain. That's at 10:40 tomorrow morning on BBC1. In just a couple of minutes, we'll be joining Bob Wilson in the Grandstand studio for a busy afternoon of sports coverage, including racing from Goodwood, golf from Wentworth, and the World Cup canoeing final from Yugoslavia. That's after a look at the weekend weather prospects with Davey.
Good afternoon. Well, the weather couldn't have been any better for the Battle of Britain fly past, and it'll continue fine for the rest of the day, whether the events are for the Battle of Britain or for sport. And it'll be fine this evening too for the fireworks display between Blackfriars and Waterloo Bridge. And we've got all this high pressure to thank for all that fine weather. Though, mind you, it is on the way out now. We're going to find over the next few days that area of high pressure very slowly drifting into the North Sea. This cold front coming down from the northwest will bring some rain to Scotland and Northern Ireland and freshening winds as well. So basically bringing a bit of a change. And if you wondered where Isidore behind my back disappeared to, well, it's going to be downgraded and it'll disappear into an ordinary area of low pressure. Well, let's come back to the weather picture for today. We've got this high pressure sitting smack over the top of the country. Basically, the winds around the area of high pressure here over northern Scotland are fairly light, but we do have a brisk easterly wind coming through East Anglia, through southern England, the English Channel, into the southwest, and even some parts of Wales. Those winds die down tomorrow, and then we find the strengthening southwesterly winds coming into northern and western parts of Scotland. Just more detail on those winds for you. Here we've got the high pressure over northern parts of Scotland, fairly light and variable winds, and then this fairly brisk easterly wind coming through East Anglia, quite gusty through parts of the English Channel, the southwest and into South Wales. And then tomorrow the winds die down, though mind you, still a brisk breeze coming through the English Channel, and then the strengthening southwesterly winds over northern and northwestern Scotland. Well, today is fine, just one or two exceptions. We've got some thicker cloud coming down from the north here, bringing one or two showers into eastern Scotland, northeastern England, and perhaps into East Anglia. And further south, we've got some thicker cloud into South Wales, tending to blot the sun out. The best of the sunshine from the Midlands into northwest England, Northern Ireland, and northwestern Scotland. And not an awful lot changing during the rest of the day. We'll probably lose the showers, and here and there we'll find the clouds spread out and blotting out the sun for a time. Today, a little bit cooler. The top temperatures around about 20 in the south. In the north here, could be quite chilly. Temperatures only 12. That's because they had a touch of frost last night in the glens. The temperatures were down to -2. Tonight then, dry, clear in most places, some mist patches, one or two fog patches in the glens, perhaps as far south as the borders, and then the thickening cloud and the strengthening winds in northern and western Scotland later in the night. Another pretty chilly night coming up too, with frost again in the glens, perhaps even a frost as far south as Cumbria, and even in the Midlands and parts of Northern Ireland there could be a touch of ground frost. Well, tomorrow we start off fairly clear and it'll be quite chilly too. Just that thicker cloud coming into the northwest, introducing some rain to some northern and northwestern parts of Scotland during the late morning and afternoon. For the whole of the country then, it's a fairly cool start. One or two mist and fog patches, but they'll go very quickly. A good deal of sunshine around. The thicker cloud coming in from the northwest, bringing some more persistent rain into western Scotland and perhaps later into Northern Ireland. That's it from me. Good afternoon.
Now on One, we join Bob Wilson, who introduces this afternoon's sports coverage in Grandstand.